Since I went vegan, I have been on a search for mac and cheese. I've been through a lot of boxes. I've been through a lot of, this is the best mac and cheese ever. And frankly, none of them were very good. But a couple of years ago, I stumbled upon this recipe and it is the real deal. For someone who grew up worshiping Kraft macaroni and cheese, you will love this recipe. And I've got an awesome gluten-free pasta to go with it. It's outstanding, no tummy aches, no dairy, no all of that fun stuff, vegan, gluten-free, slamming. Let's get started. So first thing we got our pasta water. It's heavily salted, and we're gonna add our organic brown rice pasta. I'm using fusilli pasta. Okay, so we're gonna give this and let this roll for about 7 to 10 minutes, as it says on the package, okay? So we'll give it some breathing room. That's key with pasta. It's gotta have plenty of room to operate, okay? And then for our second boiling water, this is really the key to the success of the recipe, and it's sort of a mirepoix, okay? Or mirepoix, I'm not sure which. I think it's mirepoix. Bianca would know that. Anyway, so what we have is we have a combination of celery, carrots, and onions. And we're gonna add to that some white potatoes, okay? And this is gonna be the base of our sauce, which we're gonna go ahead and make in our blender. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take, we got about 1 3/4 cups of potatoes. We're going to drop that into the pot here, and we're going to add our celery and carrots and our onions. Okay, and we're just going to go ahead and let those cook till tender. Okay, so you're looking at maybe, I don't know, 8 to 10 minutes, something like that. Okay, so we've got that going. We've got our pasta going. We want to make sure that the pasta doesn't stick together, so we got to be mindful of our brown rice gluten-free pasta. Okay. Then we're going to start on our food and our ingredients for the blender. Okay, so when this is done, this goes into the blender, and this is going to be the cheese sauce. Okay, now I like this recipe because it's pretty quick. Again, you know me, I like to get in and out. And what we're going to do is we just add our noodles. Now, some people put this in the oven when they're done with it. You don't need to. I don't like it. I just like it straight with the sauce. My mouth is already watering. Let's go ahead and do this already. Come on. Okay, so the first thing we got is we've got about 3/4 cup of coconut milk. Again, I like the organic out of the can with no BPA, and that's going to be probably your best bet as far as the thickness. I think I had this in the fridge. I'm going to add some nutritional yeast. Those who've seen the show before, you know nutritional yeast is a great vegan cheese pick-me-up, and it's a great source of vitamin B12, which we like as vegans, okay? And then we've got 3/4 cup of raw cashews. Okay, that's going to go right in there. And in our spice blend, I have approximately a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half of salt. I've got some garlic powder. Got some garlic powder in there, and then I've also got some cayenne. Okay, so we're going to add a little pick-me-up to that, but that'll come together real nice. And so we're just going to drop in our spice blend. And last but not least, we've got our about 1 3/4, maybe 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Now don't use the juice out of the bottle or whatever. No good. You got to do fresh lemon juice, ideally organic lemons, okay? Okay, our pasta's ready. So I'm going to dump this into our strainer over here. Now our veggies are just about done, and so what we're going to do is we're going to use a slotted spoon, and we're just going to begin to add the veggies to our blender sauce. I'll call it our cheese sauce that's in the blender. Okay. Just going to add that slowly. And then to this, and this is so interesting, but it'll make sense once it comes together. It's the potatoes that give it that creaminess and that richness and that thickness that sort of mocks the melted cheese And then the different, obviously, flavor profiles is what flips it up and makes you think, oh my gosh, this is a great mac and cheese. Okay? So we're almost done here. Okay, good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add to the pot. First, I'm going to give this a little whirl around. And then once we do that, we're going to add some of the water, about a cup or a cup and a quarter, to this blender mix, okay? So I want to keep my hand on here because it is hot, and it might decide to, well, let's just say we'll keep it here, okay? Just get it started. Okay. So now we're just going to put our pasta back in our bowl. Okay. Perfect. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add our sauce, about a cup and a half of the water to our sauce. Okay? Start with that much. Give it a little blend. Nice. Look at how thick and creamy that is. And then all we're going to do is we're just going to add this to the pasta. Beautiful, thick and creamy cheese sauce. Take my gloves off, my official cooking gloves, or I could play baseball, or I could be a grip on set. What do you need? I got it all here, folks. And then I'm just going to add this to my dish. Beautiful, look at that. Delicioso. Beautiful. Okay, let's try it, shall we? For me, this is holiday eating. It's really eating every time, right? Is there a better comfort food than mac and cheese? That is so good, delicious, so satisfying. I'll tell you what's more satisfying, meditation. Up next, we're going to take you to my favorite meditation gardens in the whole wide world. Don't go away. Oh boy.
Okay.
Nice.
Woo. Wow. Nice work,
10
guys.
minutes to spare.
10 minutes to spare, yeah.